Greetings everyone, Lumberg here with a very quick and hopefully helpful video about zombie hunting and this event, and if you are fortuitous enough to have those two combined. So this is the Halloween event, one of the phases of it. If you hunt zombies, you get a chance to collect these Halloween candy, which you can convert for these permits here, right? So you get the candy and then you convert it into Halloween candy and then get some other items. We're going to talk about some of the things that you can do to hunt zombies better. So first of all, you should use fuel items now, because this event is where you get a lot of good rewards. So let's go ahead and use some fuel item. The second thing I'm going to show you, if you go into your war menu, there's this item here that many events give that you probably don't even use much. If you don't know about this, use Urgent Fleet. It basically allows you to attack zombies faster. I've already used it. It lasts for 2 hours. So when you're active, and if you're using auto kill, that definitely helps. So if you go into your city buff, you can see it here. I have it active. I just turned it on, Urgent Fleet. And let's go ahead and start hunting zombies. So now is the time. And also, if you're fortuitous enough, some nations have it, some don't. We were really lucky that both the event of where hunting zombie gives you that candy for the permits, as well as the attack phase of zombies happened at the same time. And you can see here, I've been busting it, right? So you can see here, I'm rank 6. I'm never rank 6. I'm usually like 99. That's because I'm going to use all my fuel. Now, 30s aren't really that available, but surprisingly, usually I'm hunting like 25s at this point. But now it seems like the map, either Camel changed something or there's just more 29 zombies. Like there's 30s are still pretty rare to find. I think when they pop up, they usually get nabbed up by people doing auto kill, but these 29s are popping up a lot more frequently, and they're popping up not in the black earth of, they're popping up all over the map, and not in this area where your fleet just gets dying trying to get there. You can see here that there's still zombies here, but either the algorithm improved in terms of the search algorithm of when you hit this radar button and finding that zombie, but it just seems like you're just finding a lot more 29s. It very well could be that, let me know if you guys are seeing the same thing in your nations, that is there more zombies popping up? Was this a game change, a much needed game change that Camel did? If it is, that's brilliant. I'm going to share one more tip with you. So when you're doing this zombie hunting, notice that when I was hunting, I wasn't just setting the default fleet. You don't want to send the default fleet for a couple of reasons, right? So once a fleet comes back, I will show you. But really what happens is when you're looking at your fleet and sending that fleet, it really does matter what troops you send. Because they have different troop speeds. And in fact, you should exclude automatically zombies get selected in your default fleet. So let's go into here and go into my garage so I can show you some of my saved fleets. So if I look at my, garage, somewhere I thought you could do it. Fleet army right here, saved fleets. So number 6 is what I use. Here, when you're looking at it here, right here, it's that little running button is the troop speed. So if you're a mid-ranger player, you should use, without a doubt, bikes. I don't have that many bikes, so I don't use it. But if you look at the fleet speed. So tanks is the second fastest troop. The fastest troop would be your bikes. Right, you can see that's the speed is 15 right here. This really does matter in the zombie hunting phase. So, one of my saved fleets is all tanks. That is my fastest one. The slowest one is going to be, you can see here, 8. So that's a huge difference between, 12, 15, and 8. And if you include zombies, it actually, it doesn't show it here. But when zombies are included, they are as slow as cannons or lasers. So those are the slowest troops. Let me show you if some of my fleets have returned. So I've saved it. I've saved my fleets into 2 buckets. One is I don't have enough tanks to kind of just kill it just with tanks. If you have enough bikes, use just bikes. If you have enough tanks, use just tanks. If you don't have enough of those troops, you can use kind of everybody else and use the ones that are the fastest. So 30 is not available. Let's search for 29. Again, see, it's just very rare that it pops up. So my first fleet, 6, is just tanks, right? Without anything. That one's fastest there. Now, Now it's also faster because, remember I have the urgent fleet on, but these are pretty far away, but I can still use it. And then now I'm going to use 7. Let's look at 7 here. I'm going to go ahead and send it, but we'll show it for the other one. Fleet number 7 here that I'm using, it essentially, the speed is 1.74. If I add a zombie, it becomes 1.54, right? So if I add a cannon, whoops, it becomes 1.54. So that's the slowest troop there. I think I can do something else to speed it up. There's one more thing that's probably slowing this down. I think it might be the snipers. Somebody is slow here, but you can even, you can play around with it and see, which troop is what speed, right? So 1.74, and then snipers and rockets are the same speed. But, that's really fleet speed matters here. And another tip that one of my friends, Shaw, was saying is that if you have a bunch of commander skills, right, and you have a bunch of these reset buttons during this zombie hunting phase, it probably isn't a bad idea to say, you know what, I'm just going to, for these 2 days, I'm going to actually, get the mobility recovery here, and also get the higher monster attack speed here, right? So reset it. And then, of course, after the event's over, then you can reset it back. I already use this because I like the mobility recovery skill. So I end up using this all the time. And, yes, I have a few less war skills, but, it's not a bad, at a higher level, you're probably just building up, mid-range or melee attack, and is not as significant. So that's it for my quick video and my tips on kind of speeding up and really, make use of this time. I would say, because of if you have a double event like I do here, I would say use up every single bit of your fuel. There's no reason why you shouldn't, because you're getting really good rewards. And I'll talk a little bit more about, whoops, somebody was already on that. You just have to be quick with your fleets and just send it. That urgent fleet, that 100% speed really does add up. So do that as well. What you do with those permits, because there's that event where you get this pumpkin band item, this is actually the most expensive one to get. So you get 900 permits that will get it. Now notice, I'm ranked pretty high. I'm ranked 6th on this side. It means I think I started off with about 120 20 fuel and about 50 fuel. But look at the number of permits exchanges that I got. I got 166 already, which means when you do this event and you get those 100, you get those permits in this gala event, you can actually see that, every time that you're doing it, if you look at this metal quest, every 50 permits you're accumulating. So I didn't even buy anything yet, and I already have gotten to the 3rd tier here. This is not a bad buy if you're going to be doing, if you're trying to get all of these, if I remember correctly, and these events are all the same, they're pretty similar. You look at this gala event, there's, you have to kind of buy, each one of these fits into it. If you get the whole set, then it allows you to get more boosts and, different things like, different events. There's some of these are good buys, some of these aren't. But if I remember, this one was probably the most expensive one to get because, it needs 900. But if you have a lot of fuel and now's the time to use it, especially if Camel has improved the spawn rate of level 29 zombies, this is amazing. I never get them so quickly, right? You know how it is. You guys are also hunting, level 25s at this point, or even sometimes 24 in merge nations where it's crowded. So I think this is a golden opportunity. Even if it's a glitch, make use of it. Use all that fuel, get these permits. I think the drop rate is about, the drop rate's still not great. I think early on when not many people were hunting, I was getting about 1 every 10. So if you look at it here, right, nothing there, but you're getting other items. So, now's a great time. You're getting, equipment parts, you're getting officer XP, right? So there's really good stuff here. And then on top of that, you're getting, let's see, sometime. So the drop rate you can see is pretty poor. All these ones that I've hit, I haven't gotten yet. So that's more than 10 that I've hit. Oh, there it is. I found one here, right? So you can see, yep, you get the candy. But even when you're not getting the candy, you're getting a green item, you're getting a normal order, you're getting equipment parts, really, really good rewards. There's really no reason why you shouldn't use every bit of fuel that you have while this event is up. So I highly recommend that. That's my tip of the day. And my tip that hopefully is a timely tip for you guys. I still have some work to do to release a video on mergers. But, stay tuned. I just saw this was hunting zombies, and so I thought I'd share the wealth of this tip, and then hopefully you guys also are able to get a lot of free items. And even if it's not zombie hunting phase in your strongest commander phase now, I still think because of these rewards with the permits, you should go ahead and use it. Even if you don't get these, right? Once you unlock 200, which you can see I did here, I didn't spend a dime yet. You can still get, good uranium, good warplane alloy, and some other rewards. Now is the time to use your fuel. And it seems like there's more zombies spawning. So that's really, really good news. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Stay tuned for it looks like nations have already gotten merger requests. I'm populating that spreadsheet and should have something hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow after I crunch some numbers. Take care. Have a good night. Lumberg signing out.